seated. Kindly be seated. If you want your friends to join, please ask them to join the forum very quickly. We are going to start in a couple of minutes. Now, this is a knowledge session which is crafted very differently. People who are interested to join the session, kindly be here. Others can have your KYTs outside. Now, this is a session that is crafted differently in the form of a workshop by game. And this is going to be conducted by a facilitator, whom am I going to introduce to you now? Shri P.S. Suresh. He is a top management professional with 35 years of experience in sales and marketing, business development, product management, training and development, global sourcing, and procurement. His strengths: excellent communication skill, strategic thinker, people-oriented leader. He's a certified creativity, innovation, change management professional certified by Open University Business School of London, and he's also a visiting faculty with MatexNet, which is a franchisee of Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply, London. He's also an active member of Rotary. He was a past president of Rotary Club of Madras West. So this is our facilitator for the workshop today, Shri P.S. Suresh. Suresh, over to you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for the introduction. A very good morning. Are you able to hear me clearly, sir? At the back? Yeah. Thank you. So over the last 2 days, we've been talking, hearing from a lot of people in terms of what the future is going to be like, right? How bright it is going to be, how much of opportunities are available for us. Either we create it for ourselves or probably we grasp it, okay? So I'm going to be touching upon those aspects. And primarily when there is an opportunity that is available, what we look at, yeah. What we look at it in terms of, are we ready for it? As business leaders, as the owners of our own businesses, are we ready to grasp our opportunity? One of the things which defines, I'll always say in terms of the gap between where we want to be and where we are today is a reflection of the decisions we have made. Agreed? How many of you agree with that? Right? So it's important to know how do we make our decisions and how do our decisions impact us and our businesses. So to start with that, I'm going to have a small activity which will take only about 5 minutes of time of yours to fill up. You will be evaluating your own self. It's not that I'm going to evaluate anything. You will evaluate yourself about your decision-making skills. Because your decision-making skill, again, is driven by your mindset. Right? So let's start the activity. I will circulate a one-page. This one, yeah, you can circulate it. Can you help me circulate that? Yeah. It's just a one-page questionnaire. You can fill it up. Please, sir. Yeah, come.
People at the back seats can come forward so we can form a close group of discussion. Please be seated in the front row.
See, please fill up those 18 questions from your perspective of who you are and not whom you want to be or whom you are not are but you think you want to be. Okay? Currently who you are, how do you act or how do you respond? That should determine the answers to these questions. So simply, how do you score? I have given the example of the first question. I evaluate the risk associated with each alternative before making a decision. So if you say you are not at all, then it's 1. If you say you are rarely doing it, it's 2. Sometimes you do it, it's 3. Often you do it, it's 4. Most often if you do it, it's 5. So your score, you will put it in that box. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Okay? Please start filling up your own score and then add up your score for all the 18 questions and be ready with it with your own self.
Pen, where can I borrow?
Yeah, please, please. Few more also in case anybody wants. Yeah. So answer it based on who you are today, not that who you would like to be. Score, huh? Same. The bottom line, the question, the score is same for all. You will have to rate yourself from 1 to 5 for each of the questions.
I have a spare pen. Does anyone want it?
Has anybody finished? Okay, fine. Another 2 minutes. You come and take your seats if you want. Shall we move ahead? Are we done? No. Okay. Okay, fine. Total it and keep it with yourself. That's all. Total up all those 18 line items. Put the total for yourself at the end of it. I hope all of you have honestly answered based on who you are today at this moment and not on who you want to be. Right? Please. So you would have all got a score anywhere between 18 to 90, right? Depending upon whether you are assigning 1 or whether you are assigning 5. Yeah. So basic idea of this exercise is for you to realize what decision making process you employ for yourself and for your team in your businesses. Okay, there are various factors that needs to be considered when you arrive at a decision. Okay, just see what the score reflects for yourself, just for your understanding. So if you have a score between 18 to 42, I believe not many of you would be there in that, then you are below average. What happens is you do not have a decision making process and there is no objectivity in the decisions. So you are relying more on instinct, you are relying more on luck. So there is no process which you have established for decision making and everything revolves around you. That's what reflects in this score if you are having 18 to 42. If you are having a score of 43 to 66, then your decision making skills are average. Again, the decision making skill, as I said, is a reflection of your mindset, right? What does it say? You know the basics. You understand the basics. You need to improve the process. So sometimes what happens is we know what to do, yet we don't do. It's like saying, I want to reduce my weight, I will do my jogging every day morning by 5 o'clock, but then I only put the alarm bell down and then I continue my sleep, right? So we know what to do, but we don't do it. So that's a sort of a score which tells you if you are in 43 to 66. And if your score is 67 to 90, you have a very sound decision making process. You establish a process wherein it is giving you the desired results, so it will be reflecting in your results also. And if there is something anywhere between 67 and 90, let us say if you are in 70, there is still scope for you to improve to another 20 more points, right? That's why it says look at individual scores for improvement. Now, what these individual scores mean? What does each question mean? Now, each question has got a different purpose, different parameter of decision making skills. Okay, let's look at that. First and foremost is, am I creating a positive decision making environment in my organizations? So the statements 3, 7, 13 and 16 will reflect it. So meaning what? Am I empowering my people? Am I transparent with my decisions? People are willing to contribute. Am I willing to listen to them? So am I creating a positive decision making environment in my organization? So if you have got scores in these 3, 7, 13, 16, less than 5, let us say, it means there is scope for improvement for you in these areas. Maybe your environment needs to be a bit more robust in terms of the decision making process. The second thing is that you make a decision by generating potential solutions, not necessarily with one solution. Probably you need to generate potential solutions which can work for you. Do you really have that process in place? Or you just decide based on, okay, this is a decision I have taken, you all go ahead and implement it. So what sort of process you establish? The third one is evaluating the alternatives. Meaning, do I take into consideration what could be the risk? What could be the consequences? Is it feasible or is it sustainable also, this decision for me to implement it? What sort of benefits it's likely to give me or what sort of challenges it is likely to pose to my businesses? Have I analyzed that? Basically, it talks about it. Is it okay? So these are the 3 parameters. We are addressing some more parameters. Making a decision. Am I decisive or am I indecisive? Meaning, am I clear with my decision? Or am I still ambiguous in terms of analyzing and then never deciding?
Sir, can you move to the previous slide? I just want the answer for the last one.
Huh. Okay. So then checking the decision, this is very, very important. I have made a decision. Is the decision going to give me the desired results? And as I said, have I evaluated all the alternatives, risk, what are the benefits? So am I going a thorough check of the decisions, or am I just going ahead again with my hunch? And then finally, communicating and implementing. This is again very important, which is again related to the first question of creating a positive environment. If I don't communicate the decision to my team in terms of what is the basis on which the decision is made, because many a times it could be possible as individual business owners, we take the decision. There is nothing wrong with that. As long as your experience tells you that you know it better than your team. But the important thing is that am I communicating it to my team as to why they should implement the decision? Or is just saying that I've decided, you go ahead and implement, don't ask questions. Many times we say that in our businesses, right? Allow people to ask questions. That's what reflects in your environment also. And then you need to communicate and implement your decisions. Okay, so this is just an exercise for you to analyze yourself. So, yeah.
In this making a decision, gut feel, is that a good option or is it a bad option? I typically would tend to think going by gut feel is not a good management process.
There are various factors you need to consider. When you talk about gut feel, depends upon what type of team you have. Right? That is one factor.
It's all about team, not about individual.
No. No, it can. That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying it can be based on the team. It can be based on the time. Let us say, for instance, you are talking to your customer, and the customer says, "I want a decision over the phone. Probably I'm having other alternative quotations or something. I want the decision now." What will you do? You will have to go based on your experience, based on your gut feeling.
That's it.
Right?
That's the individual,
So
not
again, that's what I'm saying. When you say about gut feeling, it has to be in the context. But then if you don't find the context, but that is how if you start doing it more often and that's a practice for you, that's not good.
Like a cavalier business decision model is not really.
It's not work in the long run. Again, when you start doing it, you are not creating a positive environment. Your people will say, this decision, it has to be implemented because he has said so. Not because there is a logical solution to it, right?
not long term.
So you have said it, so I'm implementing it. So that sort of a feeling should not be coming to your team people. Okay. So again, it varies on the context. Now, we have seen this. So you probably have a clear idea about in terms of what decision making you take or you do it, and how probably you can make alternate arrangements or tailor your decision making processes. Now we'll do a simple exercise. It is just, I am taking a current exercise today, which is the current topic. All of us are business leaders, okay? So maybe I would want to form as 3 teams. Can we form as 3 teams of say about 15, 20 people each? How many of us there? Maybe you are about 30, 40 here. Can we form as 3 teams quickly? I would like to have 3 leaders. 3 volunteers who can lead the 3 teams. Yeah, please come, sir. 2, 3. Okay, they are coming. You come, sir, no problem. Now, choose your team of, say, 15 people. Choose your team of 15 people, okay? You form a team. You form a team. Yeah, please, right now you do that. Do it right away. Let it be anybody. You decide. You decide your teams first.
मैं अच्छा लग रहा हूँ तो मेरे टीम पे आ जाओ.
Yeah, please come. We'll make it faster. So, I want one team here, another team here at the corner, and then the third team here. Okay? Can we quickly form the team? Okay, fine. Yeah, one here, one there, and one at the last. Quickly. Maybe 15 of you each. If there are more, then they can join also. But we want only 3 teams. Please, you can please feel free.
Slide back,
You want to back?
because that was between the average and what we were discussing. One more.
One more. Okay, are we done? Is your team ready? probably can sit it collectively, or probably you can sit at the center and collect them. Now you as a team, we are going to discuss a case study. You as a team will take a decision, and then your leader will convey the decision of the team. Okay? Okay, let's look at the case study now. This is the case study. Android, which has got 72% market share, and India is the biggest market for Android, right? Now, you as a leader, what will you do? Simple question. As a leader, what will you do when you face this situation? Is it clear? I will give you 10 minutes for each team to compile what you will have to tell me what you will do and what is the next steps. Simple. 10 minutes, please take, because we don't have too much time. We just have 10 minutes. The team can discuss and then send through the leader what is your action. Yeah. You can discuss. Please note it down so that you need to come and speak there. Okay. Note it down. Sir, please note it down so that you can come and speak there. Will you note down? Give me 3 points also is okay. Not more than that.
This can be any scenario.
Yeah, this scenario.
This scenario, in this, the choices can be any scenario.
Whatever you do as a leader, this is in front of you today. What you will do as a leader. That's all. The question is what you will do. Just a request, please note down your final findings so that we will have to come and present it there.
Android chief executive, right?
iOS.
iOS chief, huh?
I'm sorry, Android, yes. You are the head of Android now.
Android chief, right?
Yes. I don't know. What you will do? India has announced that Bar OS is come. You are the leader of Android. What you will do next?
Is Android chief or iOS chief or
I told you, you are the head of Android. Very clear.
Android?
ராமனை பார்த்தேன் ராமன் அப்போ வெளில பார்த்தேன் வந்து காஃபிக்கு சாப்பிட்றேன் நான் ஸ்டாலில் இல்லை
Based on that, you will take a strategy as to how to formulate a strategy
Bidyuth for the investors who are ready to invest and who are actually interested in franchising. Our chapter has been launched recently, so we so far didn't get our user ID to access our app and all everything. So probably when we'll be getting that?
That is for the Explorer Forum.
Ah,
You are registered, right?
yeah, I registered.
You have given your name and
Yes, I can do.
they are compiling the data. They will create a WhatsApp group. Then they will start sharing all the details. Then the interaction will happen.
Will happen.
So it is just a start.
Okay.
There will be continued interaction. They
Okay.
will be checking.
Okay. In normal this thing, when I just want to use the app because I have this BHIV, I have actually
Right.
downloaded the app, but still we didn't get the
Password login.
password.
Actually, because see, BI is basically for information about members and the business transaction.
Okay.
But business opportunity from other chapters, if you know it, then you can put it there also.
Okay.
Then you can take it forward one to one.
Okay.
But since it's a collective forum,
Okay.
they are trying to keep the group as one,
Okay.
host Bidyuth also, so that they will keep you engaged in the
Engaged.
discussion. They will be having Zoom calls. That's what they do. I've just briefly given what I do at the back. Just see with some of the modules which I do. Please.
Corporate strategy.
Yeah. Is it two there? Yeah, there are two pods. No, only one.
Very nice. Very nice meeting you.
Thank you, sir. My pleasure. Please,
Whenever you just drop me Coimbatore, please.
please, sure, sir. Certainly. Do reach out to me.
Sure.
Sure.
5 more minutes.
Yes, sir. You call me?
Finished.
Call me up?
No, I finished. You have to keep it as well.
Keep it with you. Keep it. Yes, sir.
Another 2 more minutes, please. 2 minutes more. One minute more. Yeah. Prioritize your top 3 points. Sir, 1 minute more. Yeah. Prioritize your top 3 points. That's all. Done? Over? Prioritize your top 3 points. Just talk about the top three issues. Okay? Okay, done. Can we stop? May I request the leaders to come on the stage, please, and take the seats? The leaders and the others can take their. Please rearrange the chairs and take your seats. Request you to please rearrange your chairs and take the seats. The three leaders to please come on stage. Only the leader. The others can help you out from there.
No, I am asking them to sit straight. That's it.
Huh?
I am not asking them to come here.
Ah.
I am asking them to sit this side, turn this side and sit.
Okay. Whichever way you are feeling comfortable, not an issue. Come on, here. Here, Mike, here. Okay, let's listen to him first. Introduce yourself. Quickly, the top 3 points.
Yeah.
What you will do next. Okay? Yeah, let's listen to him first. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Hello. Yeah. This is Dr. Raja Rachuri from Bhagyanagar chapter. So based on the inputs from my team and the discussions we had, the first as a chief of the Android. So what we do is first thing, upgradation by innovation.
Okay, innovate and upgrade. Okay.
Yes. And improve the security features and user friendliness.
Okay, 2 points.
Yeah. And device compatibility as well as market study and competition study.
Fine. Okay, these are the top 3 points. Thank you very much. Please take your seat. Yeah, you go ahead, sir, for the next team.
So what we are going to do is first, whenever there is a change, there is a mess around, and when Indians use that, it is going to be a big mess. So we will use that and ensure that the change is not easy. Then safety features, we are going to introduce lot of safety features so that when the change happens, people are not comfortable changing from Android to Bharat OS. That's what we are going to do. We will introduce something which is...
You are saying you will make the change difficult.
Yeah, we will
You
make...
can't change from Android to Bar OS easily. So
Yes.
you will make that
Yes.
difficult. Okay, that's
Then,
one point. Second point.
then we will say that we'll depict as if that Bharat OS is for old people and the Android is for new
So
generation.
you are saying you are going to have a product positioning. Okay, fine.
Product
Third
positioning.
point.
And we will introduce Android in regional languages.
Okay, so that's a fourth option. The third option. Thank you very much.
Yes,
The
thank
third- yeah, please take it. Sir, Mike. Mike, Kutubu, sir.
Yeah, good morning, all of you. As sir said, our this thing is into 72% in the market. So our credibility is already established, right? So Bharat OS is just a little boy in the market where we never know what is the market size of that particular product. So what we offer them is first collaborate with us because we're already ruling the things. We're in the market.
So when you say collaborative, you want to collaborate with Bar OS?
Yes, we'll give them option to collaborate with us.
Okay, so trying to collaborate with Bar OS. That is one. Okay,
Yeah.
second one.
Second thing is marketing campaign for patriotism.
What?
For patriotism.
Patriotism.
Yes.
Okay. Marketing campaign for patriotism. Okay.
Third thing is we enhance the security, boost confidence against iOS.
So one more point of security.
Yes.
Improving security. Can
Yes.
you share one more point? Do not repeat the same point. If you have it, otherwise no problem.
Yeah, or else you can do that update info about Bharat OS. Whatever Bharat OS having technology or whatever is there, we can enhance about than that.
Try to know
Yes.
more about bar OS
Ye-
so that you can prepare yourself
Yes.
adequately. Thank you very much. Please
Thank you.
take your seat. Thank you. Okay. Now, what did you find common in all the three or approaches which they are given? Yeah. One is security, maybe. Yes. Upgradation. What else? So, how many of you see this as a threat? Or how many of you feel there is no threat as of now? I'm asking a simple question. As a leader, do you think is there a threat to Android or no? Yes. No? Yes. Now, that's the beauty of mindset. Right? Yes. Now, look at it. The situation is the same for all three teams. Correct? Yet each of the team came up with different responses. Right? How leaders say differently? The same situation is same. All of us should see it the same way, right? Generally speaking, all of us should see the same thing. But people see it differently. Based on their values, based on their past experience, they bring so much of value to it and then try to look at it from an angle which is so personalized for them. Likewise, you looked at it from a different angle which is so personalized for you as a team or as a leader. So what happens is, it's your mindset with which you approach a decision. That's what determines whether that decision goes through forward in terms of success or you're not able to succeed. Because once you take a decision, whatever you say, improving security features or upgradation of features, all these things are certain things which you need to do, correct? Many times we decide or we think we should do, implementation it may fail. Meaning, we may not have the resources to improve the product possibly. Now, some other people would have even said, Android and iOS, we will not combine together. Possible? I will tie up with Apple and ensure that, okay, the 100% market is with us. Bar OS cannot enter any market at all. Is there a possibility? How many of you thought about a threat to your own people? Is there a threat to your people that your qualified, your people with high potential resources can as well switch back to Bar OS? Because again, Google has got a lot of Indian people. Bar OS coming from IIT, through IIT I would say so. So I as an Indian sitting in US see a big opportunity there. So there could be an exodus of Indians out of Google into India. Is there a possibility? Yes. Is there a threat for your own people? Yes. Would you like to address that? So if you look at it, the same situation gives you so much of dimensions. It depends upon how we look at it. Some people may say, okay, you said you're going to do marketing as patriotism. It could be counterproductive for you because Bar OS will win in patriotism, not Android. Agreed?
Yeah. Counter that we thought.
No, see, there is nothing wrong with the thought process. Please understand, in this sort of situation, there is nothing called as a right answer, there is nothing called as a wrong answer. It's all perspective. Based on the perspective, we take decisions because we understand, as I said, the market, we understand the customers, we understand the customer requirements. Accordingly, we tailor our decisions. So there is no hard and fast, this is the right decision, this is the wrong decision. No, there's nothing like that. Okay. And again, my idea was not to find a solution. My idea was only to find what thinking process goes into the mind of a leader when faced with challenges. I would say this is a challenge, may not be immediate, but if I am as a leader today, I would recognize this as a challenge and start working from today. Maybe, probably a year down the line when Bar OS is ready to hit the market, I've already ensured that I am countering them on all angles. Possibly. Okay. So the purpose is only to try and see, are we thinking in those things? And believe me, this could be reality for many of our businesses in the future. Right? So don't wait till the last moment, because what happens is, when you are waiting till the last moment, till your competition actually arrives, you are only reacting, you are not actually responding. Right? So when you start reacting, you may make more mistakes. There are chances that you do not get what you want because your decision making process itself was either faulty or you took a decision in a hurry without following through the normal processes. Okay? So this is an idea. So that was the purpose of this activity. Thank you all for participating in this activity. So now what we do is that let us try to understand the mindset and the skill set. Now though, if you look at it, the mindset and the skill set, though it may appear to be mutually exclusive, right? But they are highly complementary. They complement each other, and then unless until both of them go together, you may not get your desired results. Let's see how it happens. Okay? So if we have this matrix, on the one side we have the mindset, on the other side we have the skill set. What happens? If your mindset is fixed, meaning I am rigid, I have got certain thoughts, I don't want to think beyond that, I don't want to take risk, and your skill set is also low, you will end up as a poor performer, right? Because you are not interested in opportunities, you are not interested in improving your skill set, so obviously you are only trying to survive basically. What happens when your mindset is fixed but your skill set is high? Now this could be true for most of us in the room, right? All of us have got excellent skills, but do we really have the mindset to really go ahead and take the risk and pursue it? We may miss a lot of opportunities. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so if you are having a mindset which is growth oriented and a high level of skill set, you are a top achiever. Okay, I'll come to the examples and we'll be able to read it better. If you've got a mindset which is growth oriented and a skill set which is low, again you are only wishful thinking. As I said, I want to reduce my weight, I will do jogging daily. I have this wishful thinking, I don't do anything. I don't get up and then start running, right? But I wish I wanted to reduce my weight. So that's like that only. I wish I wanted to make my company to next from 50 crores to 100 crores. I want to take it. But am I really doing all the work that is required? Maybe increasing the market share, new products, n number of factors. So that's where it is. Now, what happens with each of these areas? What happens when you are only a wishful thinking person? You don't put effort, right? Your thoughts, you are not trying to convert it into action, because of which you are not getting the desired results. So that's why it is a poor implementation. Because you don't put efforts, you don't implement it, you don't get the desired results. Then next one is underperform. So you are highly risk averse and the belief in your own self is low, not what it should be, right? Because you don't believe in your own self, you don't want to take the risk, though you have the skill. So that's important. Okay, now let's come to the top watcher. I added this panel today morning based on our yesterday's discussions. I will try to explain that. So you take calculated risk, so you are not afraid of failure, right? So if you are growth oriented and if you are having high skill set, you take calculated risk, you are not afraid of failure, you are only looking at what are the benefits of success. Then you are open to new ideas, right? So as you said, you are open to ideas, so you are able to seize new opportunities, create new opportunities. That's where your growth comes from. Now as I said, mindset and skill set complement each other. To develop a skill, what is first required is your mindset, right? Like I say, if I want to do CA, or if I want to do my engineering, if I want to do my doctorate, so you need to have the mindset first to do that, correct? So assuming once I complete my doctorate, or once I complete my CA, then that skill set gives me the confidence to tell the mind, I can do it, because now I have the skills. So first the mind pushes the skill, and once you get the skill pushes the mind. You understand what I'm saying? The skill pushes the mind to try and get new ideas or probably try and create more opportunities. Now I put BBB as an example here. Relate it to yourself here in the underperform box and then top achiever. Our founder had all the skill set. Okay? He believed, the skill made him believe that he can do it, made a difference. So from an underperformer, he became a top achiever, not because of his skills, because of the belief that he can do it, or because of the belief that he can create something new, something more valuable. Not only the belief on himself, that belief also has been transmitted to all of us, right? All of us believe that BBB is here to stay and grow, right? Yes. How do we get that belief? Where did we get the belief from? It comes from there, right? It percolates there from the top. That's important. As a leader, you must understand your belief percolates to the people who are working with you in your organization. Now, the second I put it as panel here, it was a clear example yesterday all of us heard, right? When I think Mr. Vaidyanathan from Integrated, right? Vaidyanathan, no? Okay. He very categorically said, I am a CA, I know the subject now. I will get and do my own business, right? What pushed him to get into his business is the skill set. He knows that his subject very well. He is willing to take that risk. He had the courage to take that risk. He has succeeded and moved as a top achiever. And this is true for all the panelists we heard yesterday. Will you agree? Yes. All of them, the push for them came from the skill set. So it is not that neither of them is superior to each other. Both of them are very important. We need to understand where the skill set is important, where the mindset is important. So that's why I brought in, I said, the panelists, because it's very important to know how the skill and mind work together, how they work in tandem. Okay? Is it clear? So, poor performer obviously rides on luck, the attitude is poor. Okay? Some of the leadership skills that are going to be important for the future. Strategic thinking. Somebody said that collaboration, you want to do a bar OS collaboration, it's a strategic thinking. You need collaboration. So that's going to be the future. Future is going to see more and more of collaboration and less of competition. If you are able to know how to collaborate with your others, preempt your competition coming in a big way by collaboration, even with your competitors, that can create better markets for you. Empowerment and team effectiveness. Believe me, your team will never be effective if you try to control them. On the other hand, if you empower your team, they will be the most productive team. The difference between empowerment and control is, control means the decision is taken by, at the top, somebody else. Empowerment means the team decides and then that decision is implemented. So which is most powerful, you can decide for yourself, right? So that is important. Manage emotional intelligence, extremely important for the future. All of us today now know how stress plays a major role for many of the people, right? Particularly you talk about IT industries or any other industries. Today, the stress plays a major role at a very young age, right? So emotions are very, very important. Are we able to manage it for our own selves? Because if we don't manage our own emotions properly, we don't expect our own people to manage their emotions. So this is going to be very important. Then ethical decision making. Again, why this ethical is important? More and more regulations are coming in place. More and more compliance requirements are coming in place. Meaning anything which you probably try to do wrong will get noticed easily, you will get caught and you will get into a problem. Okay, that is why ethical decision making becomes very important. Be ethical. That's what Mr. Vaidyanathan said, right? I will make ethical decisions. I will not make any decision which is not ethical. And that's helped them to really be at the top. Innovation. Somebody said yes. Because when you innovate, you create value. That is again going to be very important for the future. Digital proficiency, extremely important. As Mr. Venkatesh was talking in the morning about artificial intelligence taking over all of us, right? We may not be exposed to it, we may not have an idea about it also. But are we at least looking at upgrading ourselves with knowledge, with information? Right? So that is again becoming important. Then managing change and adaptability. Are we ready for changes? I think these changes are going to be sweeping changes. That's going to come. And then that changes, are we willing to adapt? And how are we going to adapt? That will make a difference. Again, I want to make one more point here. All the top achievers we saw in the previous slide doesn't mean they didn't face challenges. They face equal amount of challenges as you face today being an underperformer. The only difference is when they face a challenge, They looked at success and we looked at failure. That's the only difference. If we are also focused on achieving success and benefits of success, probably we would be sitting there along with them in the next box. So that's where again your mindset makes a lot of difference. Okay, now I want to give you a couple of examples about how a leader's mindset is extremely important for its people. I think all of us know how the Indian vaccination program was a huge success, right? But where did it start from? Where did it start from? Objections, whatever it is. It started from a single man, a prime minister of the country saying, we are developing, we are delivering the vaccine. He doesn't know anything about vaccines, right? We are not even known in the global market for producing or for innovating vaccines. Yet one man decided, I will go ahead and put all my energies behind it. He gave the direction. He invested his money, time, everything. He went to the sites, he worked with them, supported them, without knowing whether it's going to work or not. At that stage, he never even knew, right? Whether it will work or not. The leader believed. Leader believed in his team, in his people, in their capabilities, and that team delivered. It's very important for you as a leader to believe in your team, to believe in your team's capabilities, work with them, encourage them, for them to deliver. They can deliver wonders if you are able to work or if you are able to orient ourselves in that direction. The second important thing is that, how many of you remember this 12th March 2006? I'm saying it's relating to cricket. Okay, any guesses? This is again going to tell you about how a mindset, just a spark can change your mindset and your self-belief. Okay, 12th March 2006 is a day on which South Africa beat Australia in a one-day match. Now it recollects something, 434, okay, when South Africa chased that Australian total to become to create a record. But how many of you know how did it happen? No? Which one, sir? Teamwork. What made the team work? Captain? No. The captain was down and out when 34 was scored. The entire team was returning to the pavilion after the innings ended with the shoulders down, and they were just sitting there only trying to finish the match somehow. The last person to enter the pavilion was Jack Callis. Now this is, I'm not telling a story, this is written by Harsha Bogle in his book. Jack Callis was the last person to enter. And he made one statement which made everybody look up. He made a statement saying that this pitch is a 450 pitch and Australia shot by 16 runs. We are winning. That's the only statement he made. And everybody started feeling energy coming up. They started looking at each other. Hey, we are winning, we are winning. That's the statement that started coming out. The energy flew from only one person. That statement created the spark in everybody. And the rest is history. All of us know that. How we achieved it. Right? So it's important. The leader can create the spark in his people to achieve better than their potential. Overcome challenges. Right? So I'll quickly go through the other one. Okay, this is again, many of you still keep debating. Is Chandrayaan 2 a failure or a success? Okay? So whether it's a failure or a success, it depends on the leader's mind. Again, here is an example of our own government or the Prime Minister putting their mind into that, putting their entire energy, belief into that. Though it didn't achieve its stated objective, yet 99% of its objectives were met. There could be people who are saying that, okay, it's a failure, meaning I don't want to do it again. There could be people who may say, it's a success, okay, we failed at the last stage, let's do it again. Let's learn from the mistakes and then correct it and do it again and then achieve it. So two types of leaders. Which type of leader you are, probably you can think about it, right? So finally, I'm just coming to this concluding. Find the spark in you in the leader. If you find the spark in you as a leader, what you can do? You can let the spark in you clear the darkness and illuminate the world. Are you ready? Yes. Ready? Have you found your spark? Go ahead and enjoy. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Now we break for lunch. Reassemble the same hall for the valedictory function. I mean, that's a knowledge session, right? We'll have a panel discussion here by 1:30, please. Thank you very much.
Please fill in the feedback forms, have a quick lunch, come back at 1:25. One request to all of you, please don't walk in after the program starts and leave the door open, because a lot of noise is coming from outside. I request each one of you here to do that. And the next knowledge session is on innovation. It's something very, very interesting. So please come 5 minutes.